Alright, well, I decided to bring out all my tents. Even this really old one, I think I had since, I think this is the one I got in high school, graduation overnighter at like a party, but not sure. So, I just decided to set them all up, all the tents I have, and take a look at them. So here we go. First one I got is this REI Cirque du Soleil, Cirque du ASL all season lightweight, 5 pounds. No, it's not very lightweight. Came with this sunroof that fell out like right after I bought it, and then it's doing pretty good, but all the seam tape is starting to crumble. But oh my gosh, man, I've had this thing in such cold weather, and it's super warm and cozy no matter what. It's pretty amazing actually. Just too heavy to really want to carry it. I mean, I guess, you know, snowshoeing up into something really cold would be perfect for that, but not for me. And then I went to this, which is the Ozark W700, and I seam sealed it with some cheapy seam sealer that I didn't do a very good job. First time I ever seam sealed anything. Didn't need it, it was all taped on the seams anyways. I just wanted to precautionary it. And then this one I hiked around Mount Rainier and did a bunch of overnighters. My brother-in-law has one too. We got them for $27, and he slept with his wife in this thing in super cold temperatures. And it definitely has a decent amount of space in it. I'm 5'11"-ish, 5'10" and a half. I think I was 5'11" until I started backpacking, and then I shrunk a little bit. And it's like what they call semi-freestanding, so it has the little corners there you stake out, kind of like Big Angus ones, and this one is basically a replica of the REI Quarter Dome, or Quarter Dome 1. Okay, so then I went with this one, which is like what they call a bivy tent, and I think this is a replica of the Big Sky Wisp. I didn't put the little pole in. I forgot to bring it out. But I upgraded that little pole to a little carbon fiber shaft that I got off an Arrow. Worked pretty good. And this thing's been great. I've actually used this in 0 temperatures. I mean, it does get condensation. I mean, it's a single wall. So you got to pitch that foot end into the wind. Wind blows through, comes out that. Works pretty good. Or else you can stake your... fits me decently. I, been in rain and it got condensation, but not soaking wet. The only thing about this one, I wish that along this perimeter, if it had that screen like the Solo, Lunar Solo has, this one would be an awesome tent, but it just doesn't have enough area to really let the water escape. Once it kind of drips down, it's just going to pool down underneath you. Can cause issues, like especially if you're trapped in a lot of rain or like a long amount of time in the rain. Just probably wouldn't be a good thing. But these tents are such great quality. I mean, I don't know. I've looked at a lot of tents, and these 3Fs are built better than a lot of them. So then I'm gonna backpack with my kids, and so this monster is the 3F UL Qingkong, King with a Q, and it's just giant. I mean, it has, I put my 25-inch and then a 25-inch Reflectix and then a 20-inch pad in here. Actually, I think they're all 20. They're all close to 25 inches, every one. And I did like a little video and a bunch of pictures of this one, measured it all out. I'd have to look it up to find out the measurements again, but I mean, it just has 2 giant vestibules, lots of ventilation, stubble wall, so this one would be perfect. It's 4.8 pounds, which is decent for like a giant tent like this. I mean, I still can take off it. I mean, it takes off a little bit to remove all the cordage and replace it with like 1.18, which is what I usually do with all my tents. I mean, but you get really diminishing returns when you have a tent that already weighs this much, so I might still do it, but I might not, and just keep it like it is and just like carry it carry it for when I have the girls. They're not going to be going really far right now anyways, and when they do, they'll probably be old enough that they want their own light tents, which I think I have a few that they could probably use. And they're not 7. And then this is the one I just picked up, which I got lots of head shakes for my tent addiction. And I did the same thing on this. Just replaced all these little all these extra things with way thinner quarters. Just works out way better for me. I staked this all out. It's kind of why I got obsessed and started doing this, because I was seam sealing this today. Did pretty good, I think, for the first seam seal job I did. Still working on pitching this one, and the little things bowed out right there because I have actually 2 sleeping mats, a 25 and a 20 in there. And just learning how to pitch this, because it just seems a little wonky. I mean, I don't know, it's just me. I just got to learn how to do it. Once you do it a few times, it works out pretty good. And this, of course, is a Lunar Solo. And this is the new version that is silpoly. And I seem to be getting a pretty good bathtub on this, which I guess people were having a hard time with. And this is the Thermarest, that's a woman's version, and this is the Max version, that's my pillow. Yeah, still ultralight with a pillow, because when you're really ultralight, you need a pillow because you don't have nothing to stuff under your head. Anyways, let's go over here and look at this. Awesome. This is like a Trek. What is this thing? A texsport. Got the nice rainbow window that you have to step on. It's kind of like, I don't know, I think that's a poor design, but Z-Packs does it and people seem to like it. I wouldn't do it. I was worried, I didn't know if I had this. I was going to throw it away, and then I found that inside of it. I was pretty amazed. I'm pretty sure I got this when I was in high school. And I just had to, I pulled it out and the shock cord was all messed up. That's the footprint for the cirque. I had to pull the shock cord out this far to get it to actually shock again. But yep, I don't know what I'm gonna do with that one. Probably just like let the girls play with it. I mean, I don't know, somebody might buy it. I mean, I guess it's a decent kids tent. It's literally in like immaculate shape. Has like some color stains, but I'm just so surprised there's no mold, no real weird smell. I mean, I think that's been in its pack and then transferred from car to car to car to car to car before it finally just got thrown into a garage. And then I just dug it out when we had to move this last month. So anyways, that's all my tents. It's a little ridiculous, but they are my tents. And that one maybe just play around for kids. I do have actually another tent and 2 hammocks, but there's nowhere to hang hammocks, and the other tent I have is a giant pop lock type tent that you can stand up in. It's awesome for car camping, but it's a real pain in the butt to put back in its storage sack, and so I'm not going to pull it out here just for fun. These are all pretty stuffable. So that's them. I might try to sell that. I don't know. Always sucks to try to sell something because nobody wants to buy it. Has this patch that I did. It stood up to water, but parts of it are peeling off, so it just needs somebody could sew it and then seam seal it. Probably be a better idea. These are actually funny. These pants are a pair of really thin nylon pants that I have a hard time finding anymore for exercise. They didn't have the extra webbing inside, and I used those through like a section hike of Section K in Washington. Hiked that whole way, so then wasn't using those anymore, so I decided to cut out the butt and then use it for a patch. So yeah, that's it. That's all of them.